Rob Ford found a new line to cross today. No easy task for a mayor who admits he smoked crack and gets hammered. Those jaw-dropping admissions sped around the world, so you might think he'd choose his words with extra care. Not today. In front of the cameras, yet again, he let loose with language many found deeply vulgar. And a warning, you might too. Senior correspondent Adrian Arsenault has all the details.
As soon as you use the word release,
apparently feeling a little helpless, Toronto City Council members have now resorted to the power of symbolism, turning their backs on the mayor while he speaks. Many probably wished they could just turn down the volume on him, because while the morning was still young, Rob Ford raged against those who talked to police about drugs and booze and mayoral misogyny. Fury-fueled vulgarity from the city's chief magistrate, who really ought to know better.
Oh, and the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life to her. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home. Thank you very much.
Where do you begin with that? Councillors could only scold.
I have never heard such disgraceful language and statements made in the public realm by an elected official ever.
If you're offended, I'm not apologizing, because put yourself in my shoes if someone said that about your husband or your wife, Councillor Davis, okay? Enough is enough.
Yes, it is, for many. Notice that jersey he's wearing from his beloved Toronto Argonauts? Well, the team wasn't impressed to see him in that shirt making his charming comments this morning, and issued a statement saying the situation with respect to the mayor and his leadership is unseemly at best. The mayor is now not invited to the playoff game this weekend. And he has upset the Ford Motor Company, which wants its logo off his shirts. Even Toronto schools have cancelled all field trips to City Hall. It's apparently not safe. Message received? Perhaps not. The mayor has now said he will sue ex-staffers and bar employees who spoke to police. It's not clear what for, but the threat is there. And something else hangs in the air, an aside he made today about drunk driving.
I might have had some drinks and driven, which is absolutely wrong. I'm not perfect. Maybe you are, but I'm not, okay? And I know none of you guys have ever had a drink and got behind the wheel. I know that.
He was actually charged with that in Florida, but the suggestion that he may have since driven drunk and to seem to make light of it, imagine how that sits with an activist who lost her son and her father to drunk drivers.
Mayor Ford is fortunate that he hasn't killed somebody, he hasn't injured somebody. And my plea is to him to really, take a look at what's going on. Please, this is really serious.
Of course it is. Serious, too, is the matter of what on earth happens next for governance of Toronto. Ontario's premier suggested the province may at some point need to step in, and councillors still seem to be searching for a way to oust the mayor. He surely won't go quietly, is still stubborn about staying put. He held yet another microphone moment this afternoon, pleading for privacy, yet standing with his rarely seen wife at his side.
Revelations yesterday of cocaine, escorts, and prostitution has pushed me over the line. And I used unforgivable language.
And then they tried to leave. There is a back door out of there, but for some reason, the mayor, who wants his privacy, pushed through the group of reporters and cameras with his wife in tow. So, yes, it got ugly again today, and Peter, no one is really expecting much dignity out of that building for the next little while. The council will try to strip the mayor of his capacity to deal with emergency management tomorrow, just one of several measures designed to really try to take power away from Rob Ford.
Attempts to take away his powers, but Adrian, he's still being heard. His voice still strong.
Well, very strong. If you recall, the mayor and his brother had their own radio show. It got pulled. Well, Mayor Rob Ford and his brother, Councillor Doug Ford, now have their own television program. It will be airing on the Sun News Network called, of course, Ford Nation. Peter?
All right, Adrian, thank you. Adrian Arsenault here in Toronto. Well, as Adrian mentioned, the province opened the door slightly to possible intervention, but short of that, there are three ways Rob Ford could lose his job. If the mayor is convicted of a criminal offense and serves time in jail. if he is absent from City Hall 3 months in a row without authorization, or if City Council goes 60 consecutive days without reaching its quorum of 23. But if that happened, the whole council would be dissolved and by-elections held for every seat.